I bet this has happened to you before. On a Monday, you start your diet. Tuesday and Wednesday, everything is great. On a Thursday, you have drinks with your friends and with your colleagues, and you allow yourself something. On Friday, you think, I have already ruined everything. I might as well just enjoy the weekend and start all over again on Monday. This cycle has a name, and it's called the all or nothing effect. It's not a lack of willpower, it's that the system that you're using is allowed to make you fail. But in this video, I want to explain what the 80-20 method is and why it might change your vision on dieting. What is the 80-20 system? The 80-20 system is a nutrition approach based on a simple concept. 80% of your results come from 80% of your actions. So in practical terms, if you eat well 80% of the time, you get results very similar to someone who sticks to a perfect diet, but there is one big difference that is much more sustainable over time. In the 80-20 system, the concept of cheating doesn't exist, but there is a concept of planning. 80% of your meals are balanced with protein, carbohydrates, healthy fats, fruits, vegetables, while the remaining 20% is whatever you fancy, which could be pizza, ice cream, chocolate, but with no guilt, no makeup for it, and no compensation. The difference between a strict diet and the 80-20 system is that in a strict diet, even a little mistake can seem like a failure, but in the 80-20 system, this moment is already part of the plan. So why do strict diets fail? I want you to understand that if you have failed until now, it is not your fault. Strict diets demand perfection, perfect meals, perfect timing, perfect choices, and the day you sleep, even a little bit, you start thinking, I have already ruined everything, and that triggers a vicious cycle. You feel guilty, so you try to compensate by skipping meals. This compensation leads you to feeling weak, hungry, and frustrated, and this frustration makes you want to give up and return to your old habits. And then you start this cycle over and over again every single Monday. So the problem is not your willpower. The problem is that you're using the wrong system, a system that is either black and white or an off to manage a life that is made of so many shades. The human body doesn't work in on and off mode. It works on trends, on repeated actions over time and balance, not on single moments. Why does the 80-20 system works? Well, there are three main reasons. The first one is that it's based on physiology and not psychology. Your body doesn't evaluate progress day by day. It evaluates it over weeks or even months. So, for example, if you think 17 meals out of 21, if they are balanced, you have everything you need to achieve your goals, and the remaining 3 to 4 meals will not affect your results at all. The second reason is that it eliminates guilt. When you know that, for example, on a Thursday you have drinks or a meal out, you don't feel guilty on a Friday, and you don't want to compensate, and you don't want to make up for it. You simply return to your next meal as planned. And also you shift mentality from I have failed to it was in the plan. The third reason is that it's sustainable over time. You might follow a strict diet for a couple of weeks or even a month, but how long can you follow a system that allows you to enjoy your food and enjoy your social life? Most likely much longer. So the 80-20 is not a diet, but it's a way of living. Now, I want you to pause for a moment and think, how many times have you started a diet and you thought this time is the right time, this diet is the right one? And how many times have you reached Thursday or Friday and you thought, I have already ruined everything? Now, imagine a week where you already know that you have a meal with your friends planned on a Saturday night. These are moments that are already planned. They are no exception that you need to justify. How would your relationship with food change, and how would the relationship with yourself change? This is the power of the 80-20 system. It doesn't change your meals, it changes the way you think about food, the way you think about dieting, and also changes the concept of success and failure. Now you understand what the 80-20 system is, why it works. Now you just need to know the how to apply it to your week, and how to calculate your personal 80-20 without weighing every single food or counting every single calorie. You can do this by clicking the link in the description, and in the next video I will guide you step by step through the practical application of this method. I'll see you on the other side. Bye bye!